Okay, we're back with more Rimworld. I added some mods since the last time because apparently specialists can't do work. It just goes to show how often I use specialists. I kind of ignore a lot of ideology except for the memes and things like that, but yeah, I guess I should probably use specialists more often, so I would have known that would have happened, so I would have known I needed that mod installed. But I didn't, so whoops. Anyway, now that that mod is installed, though, I'm going to go ahead and make a ritual spot. And once everyone wakes up, we're making Ant into his correct job so that we can get a little bit higher mood for the colony, because thankfully it won't lower the mood for anybody. Okay, everyone's awake, except one person, but I don't really care. Ant, you're now an ant. So, notice how it just says he'll gain the abilities, it doesn't get rid of anything. Yeah, I'm very happy that that mod exists, and that it works with vanilla factions expanded. Okay, first of all, nice, there we go. Second of all, pigs. Okay then. I mean, sure. I guess I'll go ahead and put a pen marker. Oh, wow, yeah, that looks sick. A pen marker. I'm actually gonna... no, I'll make it out of wood. I was gonna say I'm making it out of steel so it's not flammable, but I don't actually have that mod installed. Also, I never did destroy these cribs. Whoops. Anyway, we'll make this pen marker here. The only problem is the animals are gonna probably eat my corn and rice. You know what? Never mind. We don't even need these pigs. It's fine. We'll just slaughter them. Wait, they can... I forgot. They can forage, which might make them pay... Ah, no, it's fine. I was going to say it might end up paying themselves off if we do that, but it's not important. I'm not going to train this Chihuahua on how to attack, by the way. I selected it, but then I realized what I was selecting, and I don't know about that, Chief. I think that's just asking for the Chihuahua to die. Okay. Researched complex clothing. Perfect. We kind of needed that, because that means we can make actual clothing. Now we're gonna go to vanilla expanded, and we're gonna work on temperature control, because we could use it. We're working on weapons for our colonists right now. We've already got, like, the best melee weapon we're gonna get anytime soon. So now we're just working on getting better ranged weaponry for them. So we've got, like, some good recurve bows over here. Now we can work on getting good clothing, though, which is very, very much something we could benefit from. So I'll go ahead and build the tailoring bench. Eventually. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, they're all playing Hoopstone. Marriage is on. Okay. She said no last time. Now she says yes. Good for them. It means less room's taken up, so I don't mind it. Now, we could swap... No, we can't. I was going to say we could swap to better recreation, but I guess we're still Game of and Hoopstone. Also, yeah, Eddie, you're getting married. First thing on stream today, and you're getting married. We don't even have a priest yet, but there's already a marriage, even though that's not what the priests do. That would be a nice change, if they made it so that having a marriage is only possible if your ID legend has a priest. I mean, I know it's considered a moral character. I'm the one who named it a priest, but it's clearly supposed to be a priest. So, I don't know. I think that might be a cool change they could do. To make it a little more... Well, to give you a reason to get a moth priest or whatever, because, like, let's be real here, there's not much reason to do it until you're late enough in the game that you can handle the recreation needs. Anyway, we can make actual clothing now, because we're kind of all wearing tribal wear, which is not ideal. So why don't we go ahead and decide what clothing are we going to wear? Who are you in Rimworld? What do you mean, you know who are we in Rimworld? I'm stupid. You need to explain in small words. I mean, I guess we're their god, in a way. Or we're their collective hive mind. One or the other. Anyway, now that we learned how to make clothing, though, we should probably make some boots for everybody, some, I mean, gloves kind of just protect their fingers, which would be nice. And then as for actual clothing, from the, well, Eddie, clearly there's just multiple gods. Complex clothing research did give us the ability to make like aprons, dusters, a whole lot of useful stuff. I could put everyone in jester hats with jester outfits. Clearly that's a good strat. But I'm thinking a padded helmet might be a better choice for hat. But we don't actually have leather tanning yet, which would give us much nicer clothing to wear. But I think we'll keep it as is for now, and we'll just stick with like relatively normal clothing for now. So we'll just make pants. Actually, wait, is padded armor considered leg armor as well? Oh, it is. Okay, never mind. Everyone's wearing padded armor. That's actually quite nice. And what was that? Was that skin and middle? Okay, yeah. So we can still get outerwear. So a nice outerwear to wear. I'm thinking maybe duster, because duster's, like, in base Rimworld, the best thing to wear. And we'll still need a padded helmet. Nah, you're not overthinking it. That's part of the fun, is overthinking, I guess. So really, even if you are, it's fine. Wait, what? Let me just make 5. Turning on dev mode makes you the storyteller. Kind of, but there's still random events. So, like, are you the storyteller or a storyteller? Actually, let's set that to 52. Oops. I mean, yeah. Like I said, are you the storyteller or a storyteller because of the random events? The only thing I'm gonna tell them is don't use Thrumbo shit, because I'd rather keep that. Okay, I can't use Thrumbo for most of these because most of these don't allow leather. Okay, let's save that because that was a lot of typing I had to do. Also, I should probably rearrange these in the order that matters. I don't think boots are the most important. Armor, then boots, then duster, then helmet, then gloves. That's probably a good order. And we'll change the apparel policy once it's done being crafted, but I'll go ahead and get rid of all these. And we'll have this one be, like, just colonist. We'll come on, do 50. Thank you. Padded clothing. Boots. Ah, I accidentally hit allow all. This is why I hate that that button's right next to the... whatever. Okay, I added boots, gloves, and duster. So yeah, that's what they'll wear. I'm saving again. That's what they'll wear afterwards. Because that should be a pretty good apparel policy, I'd say. You know, 50%, they'll take off anything. Oh, I need to redo that. Don't wear tainted apparel. Yeah, so I think that'll be a pretty good apparel policy. We'll make all the clothing a while, and then we'll swap them to it once the clothing has been made so that they're not naked. Actually, wait a minute. Does my ideation even care about nudity? No, it doesn't. Okay, then never mind. We'll make this be nude. That way, when someone first joins the colony, they'll be naked. That way, I can remember to upgrade the apparel crafting recipes, but also that way if we bring in a temporary colonist, they don't take my fucking clothing, because I've had that happen before and it annoys me. Okay, everyone's naked. Let's go ahead and... Oh, no, they are set to colonists. Why are they not wearing clothing? You're making clothing. Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. Did we finish with these? We did. Okay, everyone can get a good recurve bow. That's normal. Where's the other good one? There it is. There we go. Everyone's got a good... you're dick out naked, Eddie, because I told everyone to wear the apparel policy that we haven't actually finished crafting the clothes for yet. And it seems like we're focusing on the boots before the armor. Why is that? Oh, this one can only use wool. Padded clothing can only use wool. Or cloth and cloth equivalents. I need to get a bunch of cloth and or wool. Okay, are there any animals that give wool that we could tame? Mega Sloth. Do we want to tame the Mega Sloth? Or do we want to just plant a bunch of cotton and just grow cloth? I mean, regular cloth kind of sucks, so probably tame the Mega Sloth. Ant. Go tame it. This will probably go well. You know, buck naked, 30% chance of him getting attacked. Okay, 2.6% chance to succeed. Never mind. You can stop trying to tame it. We're playing in cloth. I did not realize it was that low of a chance. That's a bit too low. Okay, do we have a nice, larger, fertile area? This is kind of big, but I'm thinking we just don't grow infertile because we're going to need a lot more cloth than that can handle. And I want it to all finish around the same time. So let me just go ahead and haul all the rocks in here into this little zone in here. Let's chop all these trees that are blocking the way as well. Actually, there's no point in that because they'll probably just regrow. We'll only chop them if it matters. Yeah, we're just gonna grow like a shit ton of cotton. Up here, this... I don't plan on doing mechanoid stuff. Honestly, that is probably my least favorite part of biotech. I think it's a great thing, but it's honestly my least favorite. Not because I don't like it, but because it's just... okay. It's, fine, I guess. That's about how I feel about it. Ooh, food. Or potential... never mind, 78 years old. Hearing loss. Cancer in their pelvis. Dog person. That's what you bring to the table. Dog person. Yeah, I've got cancer in my dick. I've got hearing loss. And I'm 78 years old, bleeding out, and the only thing I'm good at is plants, which admittedly would be a bit nice considering we're about to plant a bunch of shit, but it's not worth it when the only trait they've got is dog person. What are you even wearing? Nothing but an apron. Whatever, maybe the cancer will make it flavored interesting. I'm not sending anyone out to bother capturing right now because I'll just let them bleed out. You know what? Actually, hang on. B, go carry them back so that their corpse is already over here a while. I don't want an animal to eat any pieces off of them and make them worth less when butchered. There we go. We could kill them faster, but isn't it funnier to leave them to bleed out like this? I'm not even going to bother taking off the apron. Speaking of which, I should probably add a stockpile zone over here for tainted apparel. Specifically in the water so that it gets destroyed quicker. Although, actually, wait, I think my pawns are okay with wearing tainted apparel, but you know what? I don't even care, because, honestly, any apparel we find is not gonna... Let's be honest here, it's not gonna be as good as what we can craft most of the time. How fucking long do you take to bleed out? Come on. Oh, and malnutrition. Starving to death and bleeding to death. There we go. Why did it make the sound effect as if I should care? This random person you didn't do anything but move has died. Oh no. Anyway, Eddie, in the morning, we got meat. Where we... Who moved the corpse out there, you dick? Okay, well, I guess since we're gonna have that issue, let's go ahead and make a very, very minor stockpile zone right here for just corpses that are not rotten. Do I need... Oh, okay. There. Now, ant can make a nest. We also would still need to tame some insectoids, though, I'm pretty sure. I don't know for 100% sure how it would work. Also, I just realized, how do the roofs look in my base? Wow! That's perfect. All underground roofs. Okay, that's actually insanely good. Honestly, I do kind of want to move it back so that even the door is considered underground, so I don't have to worry about a mortar hitting it, but honestly, it's fine. It's just one level. Maybe I put the nest here. Because this is my first nest, I don't plan on doing much with it. I want to see what it's like, because I've never actually used VFE Insectoids 2 before. Huh. It just produces insect jelly. As simple as that. It doesn't actually have insects in it. It just makes the jelly. Really? Oh, it's because this isn't from Vanilla Factions Expanded. This is from Memes Instruction. Okay, that makes sense. Well then, how about we do an Insectoid hymn? We've got a chanter, we've got participants, and the room is slightly impressive. Let's listen to the sound. Hello? You want to turn it up? It's so quiet. The in-game music just kicked in to make it harder to hear. Okay, fine. Like, as I'm trying to listen, just... Wow. Wow. Whatever, it was rousing. Which means that now he can go do it again. There we go. Now we have 2 insect jelly makers. They are able to use jelly and pemmican. No. Well, I know they can do it in simple meals. I will go ahead and allow that. Oh wait, I need to do it for the other one as well. Okay. Works for me. We are out of wood, I'm pretty sure, so why don't we get even more wood? We kind of burned through that shit. But this way Eddie can actually cook a bit. Oh, the pork rotted away because we ran out of fuel. Wait, did he not just refuel it? Pretty sure Eddie just refueled it and then it said, still out of fuel. Anyway, I like this icon for the oven. Okay. All these research tables, let's get some nice beaker-looking stuff. Nice color added to... Okay, Royal Ascent, no. Saving Stephen. A 46-year-old who won't tell me anything about them. Wow, guess what? Don't care. Research tables? Yeah. Research tables. I can't talk. You should know this. So, what's the cooldown on the... I was gonna say, what's the cooldown on this without using the hymn anyway? Okay. 2-year cooldown seems a bit much, but I guess this is infinite insect jelly. Speaking of which, my pawns, I'm pretty sure my ID Legend has insect jelly at, yeah, loved. So they will be very happy to be having some insect jelly. Also, insect meat. It's worth noting, while we do glorify the insects and we think they are supreme, please remember, insects eat other insects. Maybe not in-game, but in real life, bug eat bug. It's a bug-eat world out there. So, since we worship bugs, and bugs like eating other bugs, clearly eating bugs is a great form of worship to the bugs. So yeah, plus, the only reason I really did that is because, believe it or not, you can't actually make insectoids a venerated animal? I tried. You might need a mod for it, but I wasn't willing to install a mod for it because, to be honest, that would be kind of awful if we ever get attacked by upset ones. They might actually fuck us over completely, and I'd really rather not deal with angry insects ruining my playthrough because everyone goes on a mental break defending themselves. Okay, I think we'll stop growing rice after this harvest, and we'll swap to just corn. I just wanted the rice for the early game food, and we definitely have the early game food on lock now. I think we might even add more shelves. Let me just save that, paste that, there we go. I should link them all together, but I need them to craft one of these fully so I can do that. Is anyone? Okay, here we go. There we go. More storage! And I didn't use the double shelves because the double shelves just don't look as nice in an odd width room as just a bunch of single shelves does. So, what were we even able to make? Just the boots and gloves. Wow, okay. So, the duster... No, the duster can use leather. We just need more leather. Okay. Big animals we could get leather from. Boomalopes give plain leather as well as bucks and does, but I think we go for the boomalopes because it's raining right now anyways. This is like the perfect time to hunt them. We're going to send literally all of our ranged personnel out for this. Just in case they end up fighting back. Not to mention, and we're like a firing line of arrows. Yeah, see? Boomalopes fighting back. That's one. That's two. Who hit that? It just in the body? Okay, I was gonna say, it looked like it died from one hit, but it's kind of hard to tell when they're all shooting at the same time. And I thought someone just, like, headshot it and instantly killed it. So yeah, we'll take out every single boomalope so that we can get as much plain leather as possible. Plain leather's not a bad crafting material, I will say. It's not the best by any means, but it's not bad. Okay, that one was hit by just one person. Whoever did that, nice job. Is there a way to check that, actually? Log. Ant? Nice work, Ant. Okay, whoever hit this one in the kidney, I'm pretty sure also did it by themselves. Oh, no, okay, this one was... Oh, no, that one was... That's saying it's a miss. This was... Okay, this was a mix of people. Bee missed, Ant missed, but it was hit by Beetle and Eddie. Okay. Well, on the bright side, Eddie, you literally destroyed its kidney in one shot. It didn't kill it. The death was actually from Beetle destroying the body, but it was only able to be destroyed because you had first damaged it pretty bad. So, nice work, both of you. Wow, this one actually, like, took a beating. Hey, cool, 2 for the... This poor fucking red panda. I did not expect the red panda's head to blow off. That was a bit much. Okay, B is the furthest ahead, so I'll have her come back to... Nope, that's Cricket. I'll have her to come back and get this one. And then Ant is the second farthest in, so he'll get the red panda. There we go. That's a whole lot of corpses to add to the pile. As a matter of fact, we might even need to expand this a bit. Now, obviously, a lot of the meat's going to go to waste, but we have so much pemmican, we have so much corn, it's fine. Okay. The red panda corpse was put out here for some reason. Whatever. But yeah, this is a whole lot of plain leather. 6 boomalope corpses worth of plain leather. I mean, how much plain leather do they give? I was gonna say, why is my game frozen? 52. Not bad. Is that because it was especially damaged, though, that it did? Yeah, okay, so it's about 50 for each one. So that's 300 leather right there. A ship is crashing down. What the hell is an efficiency drought? Enhances global work speed and reduces energy depletion. However, increases the chance of a heart attack. Oh! Also makes them very sleepy at the end. I'm good. Thanks. Also, I'm gonna not go for a grav engine this game. Maybe later, but right now I'm gonna trash it. We can always pull it back out of the trash bin later. Cecil has the flu. Isn't that like the second time he's developed the flu? I'm pretty sure it's literally the second time he's gotten the flu. Okay, let's... I realized just now, I don't think they actually like insect jelly when it's in a meal. So now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't do that. They probably prefer it raw. Raw and wriggling and gooey and gross. So is everyone wearing gloves and boots? Yep. Nice. And there's the first duster being made. So everyone will be wearing just dusters for now. But once I'm going to destroy the shit over here, including this, which will give us the mechanoid transponder, but I don't care. But I'm going to have Cricket go ahead and do it once she's done hauling this meat to heaven knows where. Okay, we do kind of have a lot of unnecessary bullshit in our storage hallway. We need an actual storage room, but until then, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And honestly, I might keep it this way anyway, just because steel can survive outside without taking any damage. But I think we do need to make a storage hallway. So why don't we go ahead and plan out another 2 rooms. I think we're literally just going to have the entire base be this shape. Just a long-ass hallway until we hit the edge of the map. Because why not? Okay. So mine all this out. Yeah, I know. It looks unstable and will likely detonate. Yeah, I know. I don't know when it explodes. I'm gonna save just in case it explodes and instantly kills her. Okay, I'm gonna have her stop because I'm actually kind of scared of that explosion now. We're gonna get the firing squad out here. Okay, good, it wasn't instant. Cool, cool. We'll keep the mechanoid transponder. No point in getting rid of it, even if I don't plan on using it. And maybe way in the future I'll use it. But I don't think so. Now, Cricket, we need to destroy all of these as well. I want to have all the room over here I can. Even if I'm not planting there, I want to have it as room for, like, animals to graze. And just because it looks ugly. I could use the uninstall mod, but I'm not doing that. It's cheaty. You're working through the night, Cricket. You're working until it's all destroyed. No, you're not. You're gonna, like, actually have a mental breakdown if I do that. Eddie is cooking. We don't want to distract him. Okay, we'll wait until people wake up and have some firing line work. Okay, everyone gets a moment. Okay. We'll just have Ant and Beetle do it. They're both pretty damn good shots. It takes way longer this way, but it will eventually happen. For some reason, there's not gravel underneath where the structures were. That's kind of weird, like a little patch there. I won't complain, but kind of weird looking. Come on, guys. Shouldn't take this long. You're just shooting metal with bows and arrows. And now we can haul all that garbage. Okay. Now, we can till soil. I hadn't been doing it before, because you can't do it on rich soil, and I'm pretty sure even when you till it, it actually isn't as good as rich soil. But now, since we're going to grow a good bit of cotton, I want to make a nice big tilled area. So, I think right here we'll do a nice, maybe a 10 by 10 of cloth. What do we think? 10 by 10 or 20 by 10, actually? Do a big, big area of cloth. Ah, my eye is twitching. My eye's been twitching for the past, like, week. I'm hoping I'm not, like, dying. I'm probably fine. Holy shit, and just... I mean, I know they don't require any items, so he's just basically walking up to it and it's turning it into the building instead of the blueprint, but just the way he was just zooming through that looked kind of funny. Okay, we got extra room by putting all the steel out here, but we still definitely need this storage room as soon as possible. Because, yikes. We're gonna need shelves up the ass. And there goes all the boomalope meat, but again, it really doesn't matter because we're kind of subsisting off pemmican. My plan is to do that until we have the ability to make a refrigerator. And once we can make a refrigerator, that's when we will actually worry about having food that is not pemmican. Okay, I think we have to cut this apple tree because I'm pretty sure it's too close. Oh, also this tree over here. Get a little more heal root. Because Cecil... Speaking of Cecil, how's he doing health-wise? Oh, he'll be fine. This Chihuahua can't fucking die. Ant, are you a constructor? No, so why are you doing that? Oh. Because it's considered a plant skill. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Anyway, we got this ruined tank to destroy as well. I think I'll do that next. And then this pipeline junction. And then we've gotten rid of every, like, junk structure that we have to deal with. Cricket's doing digging, so we don't really want to distract her. B, you don't seem to be doing anything. You're just worrying about recreation, and no one cares about your recreation. Tank is going to take a while to destroy with just one person doing it, but that's fine. I don't really care if B takes a long time to do it. Oh no, 2 red panda meat got wasted. Guys, how are we ever going to subsist without the 2 red panda meat? Stone's shame. There's a 7-year-old who's named Stone who just won't tell me what's wrong. No. Why would I help you if you won't tell me what's wrong? I never understood that. I feel like if they're not going to tell you their stats, the least they should do is tell you what's chasing them. Yeah, the smoke. So look at that stone back. Okay, so we need cotton. Where's cotton? There. Once we plant it, we want to set it to not re-sow because we're going to need to re-till the ground. Because it does get untilled every time. B, spending the entire fucking day shooting something. Come on, one last shot. Hey, there we go. Okay, eventually I kind of want to move all this junk out of my walls. It will suck for stone cutting, so maybe I don't move literally everything out of my walls, but like I kind of want to have only a small amount of stones in the walls because it really cuts down on my outdoor room I've got, because I've only got what's in these walls to really build with. Do we need a marriage spot? Nah, we don't really have any reason to do a marriage spot. Man-hunting pebble mitts? I mean... Okay. We could maybe tame these. Actually, no, I think they're scary infected. Yeah, they're scary infected. The problem is, pebble mitts are really annoying to deal with. Cause, yeah, 50% armor sharp, 35% armor blunt. It's just an annoyance. Oh well, okay. At least they're very slow. Ooh. Is this Lynx coming over to help me? Are you gonna attack one of the Pebblements? It woke up in the middle of the night. That makes me think it's getting food. Yep. Thank you, Lynx! Very nice. Very, very nice of you. Now it's only 3. Here, let's go here. We'll have Cricket go here. Forbid the door so they don't try and go outside anytime soon. There we go. Our armor is going to block the hell out of this, but it's really all we can do. We're getting them nice and close with the archers so that they have a higher chance of... You know what? Actually, if we put them here, they can't friendly fire. We should probably do that. What are you shooting at? Looked like he was shooting at his ally there. Okay, can we hit them ever? I think Cricket's going to go down because of just how inaccurate our pawns are. There we go. Finally hit them. Jeez. Well, that's another finger gone for Cricket. I'm starting to think that she's going to run out of fingers at a certain point. Of course, it's on the other hand, too, so we can't do a wooden hand to replace it if that one gets too many injuries, so fuck. That's all I have to say about that. Death in 5 hours. Eddie, I'm going to need you to be, like, ready to go. I need you to treat her the instant that she is laying in bed. Matter of fact, why don't we just go ahead and pick up the herbal meds and carry it into her room. Okay, he had to go back for 1 more. So yeah, that's really not ideal, I'm not gonna lie. Our 1 melee pawn keeps losing fingers. I mean, I know a thumb isn't technically a finger, but like... Man, why couldn't they have both been on the left hand? At least if they're both on the left hand, we could do a wooden hand to replace it when it suffers too much damage, but... That really sucks. Okay, hang on. Can you finish mining before you bed rest away that missing finger? I just kind of want to make sure that this is all mined out so we can start construction. Thank you. There we go. Now you can sleep, Cricket, or you can eat first, whatever. Okay, and we'll smooth out these walls. Speaking of smoothing out walls, I should probably smooth out the entrance walls as well, because they did suffer some damage, and I think only smooth walls can be repaired. I'm not even sure if they can be, to be honest. I'm assuming they can. Or maybe we don't do these ones, because actually we could move the front door up, like, into the wall a little bit, and then we could make it out of, like, uranium or some other strong-ass wall shit. Some kind of fortified entrance so that it's protected from sappers a little bit. That would probably be smarter. Can you haul this away? No accessible... Oh, yeah, no, I know why. It's because I added that mod that added pebblements after I had originally created the save. That's my fault. Okay, undo the sowing on this so that they have a chance to till the soil. So yeah, tilled soil has a fertilization of 140. Oh, it's the same as rich soil. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I see. I thought that it was worse, but it's actually the same as, which means that there is no point in using fertile soil when I can just sow it, other than less work because they don't have to retill the soil, which I don't think is really worth it. Actually, yeah, it totally is. I'm a liar. Okay. First things first, let's get torches in these rooms. And another torch in the hallway. And then we will work on an ailment shelf. What? Huh. Neat. For a doctor's room, I guess. Or hospital, whatever. Okay, let's get these shelves now. No. Now, I'm actually gonna fill this room completely with shelves. Normally, I wouldn't do this, but because it does slow down the pawns a little bit, but it doesn't slow them down all that much, and I just want us getting as much storage as possible out of this. That is going to use up a lot of wood, so we might even have to mine more wood. Mine? Chop. You chop wood. You don't mine wood. I'm an idiot. Okay. Now we've got the absolute unit of a storage room set up. Weapons? Something good, something good, something good. Well, I mean, an SMG isn't actually that bad. You wrote Spotagy instead of Spotify when the link to Spotify was below your search. It's fine, we've all been there. Yeah, an SMG, it's normal quality. What kind of damage would we expect? I don't know, Eddie. Would an SMG that's normal quality be better than a recurve bow that's good quality? Like, that's an actual question. It seems obvious that the SMG would be better, but would it be better because of the loss in range? I'm genuinely asking. Because it's got a range of 22 versus a range of 26, so it's 4 tiles difference. Not to mention the damage on this is 14, whereas the damage on the SMG is only 8. Although I guess it does do 3-round bursts. What about the accuracy? How accurate are these? So we've got 77, 86. So 86 is at its ideal range. We'll just look at ideal. 86 versus 90. It's pretty much only accurate within 3 tiles. Otherwise, it's less accurate. So this is only useful if we put you literally at point-blank range with the SMG. Do you want something that is going to force me to put you at point-blank range? I mean, we can. It should have more damage in that specific niche situation where all of the shots hit. Technically, I guess it should have more damage if 2 shots hit. The only thing is that I do prefer when a weapon does more damage from a single bullet rather than more damage because it does a burst, like sniper rifles, simply because it has a higher chance of destroying a body part. So I do kind of prefer the bow for that reason. But you know what? I've got 3 other archers. You can have the SMG. We'll probably have a better weapon in the future, but for now, you can have the SMG. Okay. I kind of want to turn this room into a walk-in freezer, but the problem is I don't think my colony... Oh, there's the marriage. I don't think my colony would really be able to handle that. I don't think they could handle the walk-in freezer temperatures. They'd freeze to death if they're in there for too long. And so my Eddie would freeze to death because of the cold, even with his clothing he's wearing. Forced primitivist? What? Okay. And we'll go ahead and have B move to Eddie's room instead of the other way around. Never mind. We're actually gonna not do that. Wait, is he... Were you in the only normal bed? Okay, no. Ant has a normal bed as well. We'll move this bed over here. I do still want this room up here to be empty. This will be the freezer now. We'll turn this into the freezer. Now, I'm not actually going to build all of these yet. I'm just going to put the blueprints down because I don't know how big the big-ass cooling thing is. So I'm just going to place all the blueprints, and then I'll clear out an area for it later. I just want to do all the blueprints so I could do that. And link them together. 90% average mood in the colony. That's pretty nice. Everyone's very happy. Maybe we'll even get some inspirations. That'd be quite nice. So the freezer will be right across the hallway from the dining room and cooking room. It's kind of both. If I put the fueled stove in here in the workshop, it actually is not good. You know, we want a kitchen to be a kitchen. So what I'm thinking is, why don't we move these research benches up here? Oops, wrong button. And we'll turn this into the kitchen in here. So that way, this is now considered a storeroom? Okay, well, we're going to deconstruct all of these, I guess. They'll have to walk a bit further for resources, but it's fine. Although, I'm realizing now, I should move the table. I'm an idiot. Don't mind me. So now this is a dining room, and this is still a kitchen. It just has storage in it. That would be way smarter. That way they still have not a long distance to walk until the freezer's made. Then they do have to, you know, walk across the... Oh no, they have to walk across into the other room. How horrible. But across the hallway isn't that bad. Do we have anyone who could clean the massive amount of gunk in the hallway, by the way? Eddie, when you're done eating, you need to sleep? No, you need to clean the hallway. Never mind, that's too much garbage for you to clean. Ant, in the morning, I need you to clean the hall. Look at that. Look at that path! You know what? Just do it now. Holy shit. So much garbage that was not cleaned for some reason. I don't know why we had no one cleaning that, but jeez. Okay, let's go ahead and work on the roofing area now. So... Well, I guess we'll just move the door. Can you guys not? While I'm in the middle of the fucking... whatever. Okay, as for what wall type we want to use, this is where we will use the granite. I'll forbid it until we finish mining this out. Work frenzy on Cricket. Hey, that's pretty nice. That might make up for her missing her fingers. There we go. Now, we do want to work on getting a better door at some point, because I'll be honest, a wooden door is not going to do much, but at the same time, I don't want to make a stone door because it's going to take for fucking ever to open. We could do steel, I suppose. I believe steel is slightly better, 160 versus 104. Yeah, it's ever so slightly better, so I guess we'll upgrade the door to steel. 214 hard weave. Woven from smoke leaf, hard weave, sometimes called canvas, has threads that alternate blah 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 to create a strong and even surface. While not as insulating as cloth, it's much more resistant to damage. You're telling me we could have had hemp clothing and my dumbass is growing cloth? Okay, here's what we're doing. We're not using cloth. We're making all our clothing out of hemp. It's called hard weave, but everyone with a brain knows that shit is hemp. It should be called high weave. You are right. Okay, well, you know what? Fuck this cotton. Actually, I'm not going to cancel it, but I am going to change it to hard weave after it's grown old enough for us to harvest, because we do still want cotton for, like, a billiards table and stuff like that. Okay, we got temperature control. Nice. Farming techniques, let's just get a scarecrow. Who cares about that? Anything over here we'd want to research. I mean, bronze working would allow us to mix steel with stone chunks to make a lot more metal, but worse than steel. Which, I feel like that's just not worth it. If I'm being honest here, it doesn't seem worth it to me. Cement, on the other hand, I do want to work on that. Because I kind of forgot that we had the ability to make cement when I decided where we were landing, and I picked granite because I'm like, oh, granite's really strong. Cement is, cement's better because you can mass produce that shit in a really nice quantity. So I'm actually going to probably have us make shit out of cement instead of granite. But hey, on the bright side, we also had sandstone here, so somewhere over here. No, that's compacted steel. There's the sand steel. So that'll be nice, I guess. Cricket, going for a walk? No, you're mining. There you go. So yeah, there we go. Granite walls do have less durability than actual granite structure does. However, that should be fine. I just wanted it to all be in the, Okay, I'm going to be honest. Cecil has gotten 3 different illnesses since landing. I think it's time he goes. I know it's going to make Ant unhappy, but this motherfucker is blowing through my herbal meds by just constantly getting sick. And this is a fucking 14-year-old Chihuahua. Don't forget, this thing is 14 years old. It provides nothing for me, and its life expectancy already has it dying next year. I think we just kill it. What are we thinking? I'm thinking we make Ant kill his own pet. That was supposed to upset Ant, but I guess he's just a fucking psychopath because he doesn't care. Okay. Well, let's get more herbal meds, while I try and figure out why it said Ant would be upset and it did not upset Ant in the slightest. Whatever. Okay, we have more than enough wood for whatever we could possibly need wood for, so that's good. Also, we can still use plain leather for the dusters. That's my bad. I forgot that dusters can be made out of leather. We just didn't have enough. Speaking of which, we should get... There's a Pulmonoscorpius. We should get some more leather. There's some alpacas over here. Maybe we send someone out... also some Dryosaurus. We should maybe send someone out hunting tomorrow. Beetle's still healing up from the battle with Cricket. So Cricket kind of hates everyone. Except Ant and Bee, because Bee's beautiful, I guess. But, like, a +5 and a 0. Also, Eddie doesn't like Cricket. Cricket's just kind of not great at liking people. I'm not sure why. Also, Starvation. Oh, yeah, I forgot to... Oh, that's my bad. Do that. And this can include just vegetarian items. That way we have a use for all this corn other than the pemmican. But there, let's deal with the starvation this way. Everyone get some food. Okay, everyone's eaten. Time for the murdering of the alpacas. We're only going to send 3 people because Beetle still needs to heal up. Damn, this thing does not want to die. See, that's why I kind of preferred the firing line of bows and arrows, but whatever. Why did B stop shooting? Well, it's dead now, so I guess that's why she's not shooting now, but why did she stop earlier? Okay, there we go. That's some plain leather. That should be good for getting us more dusters and stuff. Ooh, the cotton's almost ready for us to swap to smoke leaf. Where do we even make it into smoke leaf, though? Ah, there it is. Perfect. Let's go ahead and put that all the way up to the top. Wielding an SMG to kill an alpaca instead of a bow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're the one who wanted the SMG. Also, I don't know how that has to do with being a good or bad husband. I feel like your weapon of choice when hunting doesn't really affect how good of a husband you are. Do we? You know what? Do we upgrade from simple meals? I mean, I feel like since everyone's mood is already okay, we don't need to do this, but we could go to fine vegetarian meals. It requires a good amount of vegetables, but we've got a lot of rice and corn. Maybe we do that. No? Okay. Simple meals for now it is. Eddie, get out of your ooze bed and get us some leather. Also, we should be dropping this on the floor. The time it takes to haul the meat isn't worth it, especially when you can't even carry all of it at once. No, not Cecil's meat! Cecil's meat has rotted away. I know that the chat covers the little pop-ups in the top left corner. I'm fully aware of that. There's not really a solution that I could do that wouldn't cover something else. There's always going to be something that's covered. If I move it down, then it covers a very large amount of the left side of the screen, so I just kind of leave it there. But just in case you're curious, 2 dog meat rotted. Oh no. Cecil's meat. Oh, also I forgot, we finished the temperature thing. I should be working on our freezer now. So it's 2x2. I'm going to have 2 of these. Mostly for symmetry's sake, I'll be honest. So this will become the freezer. Also, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these already. So why don't we go ahead and... why would I put it up there? This is a little faster and a little less resource intensive. Faster for the pawns, mind you, not for me. Okay. Tomorrow we finally get a freezer. Yay! Walk-in freezer. Man, we're getting a lot of insect jelly out of these things. I mean, I know they produce them relatively fast, but I didn't expect it to be quite that fast. Oh my. Tendency to move towards whatever has really just gotten upset at me, I guess. There we go. So now the temperature in this room should get pretty damn low once they stop opening the door. It's freezing. Which means we no longer need to do pemmican. It also means we can change this to cook simple meal forever and include literally everything except insect jelly. There we go. Now Eddie is just going to be constantly making us meals. Nothing but cooking for Eddie. Okay, all the cotton is like 80% grown, except this one, which apparently is 25%. Let's just go ahead and nip that one right now. It's not going to do anything for us, and I'm not waiting for that motherfucker to grow. Do we go ahead and harvest it early? Because I want to start working on the hemp. I want to get us all clothing a while, so I think we can do it now. Another marriage already. Holy shit. Also, a wooden baton fell from the sky. Neat, I guess. I'm not keeping that. That's kind of dumb and useless. So, yeah, let's go ahead and swap to smoke leaf. We're going to be growing some hemp, boys. Does smoke leaf take longer or shorter of an amount of time than cotton? That actually is a genuine question. I don't know. So this takes 7.5 days. Cotton takes 8 days. It's quicker than cotton? You're telling me I can grow something faster that's better for armor? I mean, it's less insulating, but it's better armor and it grows faster? I don't normally grow smoke leaf, to be honest. That's pretty good. I might even upgrade the size of our field here. I think I will. 300 in size. Now that is going to be a big-ass field of, of weed. Okay, and let's go ahead and till the soil. Because that is going to take a little while to till. Okay, so something I do want to work on. I want to get more of a door. Right now it's just kind of an open thing. But if we place an actual door, then we do have to worry about when we get raided, having them attack the wooden palisades. So it'd be nice if we could get an actual, like... Well... Can we tame them? Ant. There's a mega louse over here that has our name on it. Although the black scarab is getting here quicker. You know what, let's tame the scarab instead because it's like an easier one to tame. It worked! And we can't do it for another 24 hours. Okay, well that's not as ideal. Where's the other one at? Down here? Mega louse. Okay, but we got a black scarab. Let's go ahead and put that baby right at the front door. Stop attacking it. We tamed it, you dumbass. Okay, it's attacking me as well. It still wants to attack me, even though we tamed it. Okay, now it changed its mind. Why did it keep wanting to attack? Anyway, attack your fellow brethren! Yes. Kill each other for my amusement. Okay, it's already dead. Well, it was a proof of concept that I was doing there. I just wanted to see if I even could tame a black hive insect, and now I know I can. Honestly, knowing is half the battle. And by that I mean, I don't know, man. That was just funny. Now, it is raining, so accuracy is slightly down, but it doesn't matter. Okay, well, we beat the black hive attack. That's what's important. Honestly, I kind of wish they had sent, like, a black hive mega spider so that we could have had, like, an actually useful tame, but oh well. Medical treatment needed. Aunt Eddie's working on it from the foot of the bed, which is an interesting spot to be doing it from, but whatever. Okay. Now we just gotta... Can we haul the massive amounts of cloth? Because it's currently raining, and I don't want the cloth all getting destroyed. Because that is a lot of cloth. We could honestly... Do we want to research how to make carpet? And then have a bunch of carpet in here? I mean, it would extremely increase the colony wealth, so probably not. What I will do, though, is I will go ahead and make us a poker table and a billiards table. We're gonna need another room. Has informed us about a siege camp. Okay, so we have to fight 4 people if we go there, but if we wait, they'll instead attack me with... Shit. 9 people. Okay. That's really not great. Where is it at? How far away is it? Time left 4 days. Can we even make it there in 4 days? Oh, we definitely can. Okay, I guess this is flat land. Okay. Wait, what? When did this happen? We aren't dealing with a child right now. Oh my goodness, it popped up before the fucking notification did. That's why I didn't see it. Really? I had you set to avoid pregnancy, and you still... whatever. Anyway, let's go ahead and get a caravan hitching spot set up. We're gonna need to... Can we finish hauling all the cloth first? You know what, that's... Honestly, we got enough of the cloth anyway. That's fine. We can just go ahead and leave. I want... Oh, wait. B is still unconscious. I actually will wait. Probably should wait for the anesthesia to wear off. Also, Ant fully healed by waiting, so that's also nice. You know what? B can be the one who can stay at home. She'll probably wake up in time. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, B is staying home. Quest no longer available. I don't care. Go deal with this sieging party. What's over here? A steel mining work site. Damn, I was hoping it was something good. If it was components or gold or something like that, I might have actually been inclined to go join them. Who builds a... Thank you, asshole revving their engine. Who builds a siege camp on the water, by the way? Also, it's a very colorful siege camp. Alpaca wool and light leather, patch leather and cloth, synthread and cloth, sheep wool and light leather, hard weed. This tent's made out of weed and blue fur, dog leather and more weed. Huh. I might have to steal some. I might just have to steal some of their weed preemptively. Okay, now the problem is, since they're out on the water, we actually don't really get cover, and they do, which is insanely annoying. Wait, what's a... Boil patch leather? That... I don't know. Why would you want patch leather? They've got some mild bees over here as well, but yeah, no, this is, Oh, there's also this one made of guinea pig and light leather that's all closed off. I'm assuming there's animals in there. This is not a great place to raid them from, but we just kind of have to go for it. What weapon is that? That's dynamite! Okay, well, we need to deal with your ass. Is he gonna throw that? You know, just take the shots. Fuck cover, take the shots. Come on. We don't have very good equipment, so this kind of sucks. Okay, Eddie needs to get, like, closer. Considerably closer. That was the first time I killed a... okay. I'm pretty sure... Is he wearing an explosive belt? He is. We don't want to get too close to that guy. Where's the other pawn? I thought there was a third one. He's over here. He doesn't care. Okay, thank goodness that explosion didn't hit me. I successfully defeated the enemy camp. Okay, they're fleeing. There was another person here as well. Why don't you, fucking really? Lost a toe! Okay. Great. Oh, we literally can't even get out here, by the way, because it's in deep ocean water. Well, you know what? Since we can't get there, I just want to check. What's even in this room? Oh, wow. Okay, no. There's actually good shit in here that I can't get to. That's... Okay, no. I'm not going to allow that. That's just because the map spawned in a way where there's no way for me to actually get to it. That's not actually fair. Here, what's... I'm pretty sure there's a thing that lets me see how walkable the terrain is. Yeah. There's literally no way I was supposed to be able to get there. I'll make it all ocean water, I guess. Yeah, that's just... There, now I can get over there, I guess. That is so dumb. Why would it spawn like that? Okay, well, let's get treated before we leave. Man, that's annoying. Although, wait a minute. I'm realizing now, do I even need to do that, or can I just create a caravan and they'll pick it up? In which case, my cheating doesn't even matter in that case. Can I just, here, let me save before I make a mistake. What? No. No. Oh, I totally could have. Okay. Never mind then. This is not upsetting anymore. I'll take the component. I'll take their wine. I don't need bronze. I don't want unrefined uranium crystals. I can't help but feel like that's a bad idea to take. Maybe, you know, call me crazy, but I don't think that's a good plan. Gold, I'll take that. Anything else that I actually really want? To be honest, no. I mean, there is the volcanic pistol, but not only is it mostly damaged, but it's only normal quality, and I think we could make better. And it's also mostly damaged. So I'm gonna just stick with these things. We'll take these. None of them can reach the component. Okay, fine. Never mind. Or the gold. Okay, fine. What do you mean you can't reach it? You can clearly walk there. Oh my gosh, it's because I didn't claim the fucking thing? Okay. Really? Are you serious? Fuck it, I'm taking their fine meals as well. And their melons and coffee beans. And I'm not taking the red slime. I'll take their chocolate and their pemmican. That, and that. And that. Okay, whatever. That works. I don't care. I don't care that much. I think it's stupid for there to be inaccessible loot, but fucking whatever. At this point, I don't care. I really think that you should be able to swim through deep ocean, I will say. Kind of dumb in my mind that you can't swim, basically. Like, you can swim, but only in shallow ocean water. I'm pretty sure if I got thrown out of a boat in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, I wouldn't just fucking instantly sink like a rock. I think I'd at least try and swim. We don't need to store wine in here because it's not gonna go bad. Missing corpses. Insect meat. Yummy, yummy. Okay. Back to working on this. I'm going to save once more because we're home and it's daytime and give everyone time to rest, but we actually fucking did it. We dealt with the siege party and all we lost was a toe on, what was it, Beetle? Yeah, we're losing a lot of body parts and it's actually starting to kind of annoy me because we don't have a way to deal with that unless we get like a healer mech serum. So, yeah, I guess we just need to hope that we get 3 healer mech serums from quests. Or somehow gain, like, Luciferium and in bulk so that we never run out. But I don't want to go the Luciferium route. I hate Luciferium. I think it's a great idea, and I don't hate it as in, like, I don't think anyone should be, like, using it, but fuck, man. I personally, in my playthroughs, almost never use Luciferium. I only use it if it's at the end of the playthrough, and it's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter if we run out in the future, because it's literally RNG as to whether or not you get it. You could get, you know, 100 Luciferium, and you're like, man, this is enough to last me for a long time, and then you have your colonists start taking it, and then you never find any more Luciferium for the rest of the game, and you literally are now on a timer that you cannot help because RNG decided, fuck you, you will never get any more Luciferium. That's what I dislike about Luciferium. If Luciferium was craftable but was really, really difficult to make, something like it needed plasteel and advanced components and shit, all of those things are renewable that are not luck. You can get plasteel with deep drilling or with long-range mineral scanners. Same with the gold for the advanced components and the components for the advanced components. All that stuff you can get guaranteed. It may take a long time, but you can guaranteed get it. But not Luciferium. You just gotta hope with Luciferium. Very annoying to me. Let's recut these plants because a bunch more have grown. I never did take their hard weave. Oh well. Eddie is still fucking cooking. Bro, like, stayed up all night to cook. Okay, Beetle. What are you doing? Relaxing socially. Hey, look, the padded armor finished, for one of them at least. Okay, sowing area. You guys sow the area, sure, whatever, and then cut all the damn plants in this area. Ooh, cement making's done. That's nice. Do we want complex workshops? Not really. Not yet, at least. Ah, yes, medieval rugs exclusively. Vanilla expanded, really be interesting. Okay, let's work on hive tech, I guess. There we go. Let's start planting the smoke. We planted 1 smoke leaf. Oh, cool. One of the relics is here. I don't care about it. Not right this second. We don't have a good means of transportation nor good equipment yet. I'm not going to worry about relics that are going to require me to fight fucking mechanoids to obtain. 2% grown already, wow. And that was planted near the end of the day. So it didn't even get much time to grow. It is winter. I'm realizing now, which is not ideal time to be planting shit, but it has a quick growth time, because, like, it's planted in fertile soil, right? So this has a 7.5 growing time with 140% fertility, meaning it should grow 40% faster. That's not bad. Anyway, can we go ahead and hunt literally any animal that's in my walls real quick? We can stop hunting it once it gets outside of the walls. I just don't want them eating my plants. Speaking of which, I think it's time. I think we make a door out front. Do we do a saloon door? It would not offer any protection, but I mean, all of this is made out of wood, so I don't think it'll really matter, but we'll do a wooden door, I guess. That way animals stop coming in. There we go. All the animals are locked out, so I don't have to worry about them eating my damn crops anymore. Except, I don't know if birds can show up from above. I'm assuming they can't go over this, but they might be able to, in which case, uh-oh. Hopefully, we're safe now. I'll say that. But now we just wait for the smoke leaf to grow. The first plant is already at 9%, so it's growing relatively fast. How nice. Also, I do like how right next to the steam geyser, it is 96 degrees because we've got the temperature able to increase when close to certain things. So if anyone starts getting too cold, we go right next to that geyser. But yeah, the rooms, because we're in an underground base, the one thing I know about underground bases is that they are really good for temperature regulation. It's 73 degrees throughout the entire building, despite it being 38 outside. It was like 30 at nighttime too, and it's even still good. Okay, let's clear out a little bit of this home area. We don't need it to be quite that big. Also, we should probably put these indoors. Just to not have to worry about that. I guess that's good. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just clear all that out. There we go. A nice, clean home area. Honestly, maybe I should get rid of the auto-expand the home area. I don't really like it a lot of the time. Rated for the first time. I'm sorry. Randy, 5 people with firearms versus 5 people who... One of them's still naked because we have that few of equipment. And you think that's fair? You think that's... Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's finish up with the home area clearing thing before I do any of this, because I don't want to think about that right now. Okay, now I guess we do it. This is going to be annoying. Why don't we go ahead and extinguish these fires before they cause a ruckus in my base? I thought the rain would do it, and then the rain went away. There we go. Okay, save, because this could go very poorly. I'd really rather not lose my colony already. Okay, if I attack this Pulmonoscorpius, it might go into a manhunting rage and attack them. Yep. Okay, that's good. Actually, we'll have Eddie go up there. Okay, the Scorpion did get to attack them a bit. Good, that guy's got kind of fucked up by the Scorpion. Did not expect that much range. Come on, come a little closer, people. Okay, Cricket, go in. Ow. Come on. Oh, that hurts. Oh, yep, she's down. Was that a... Okay, we need to restart this because literally, what am I supposed to do when they have, like, the perfect defensive fortification? I mean, I can wait for them to raid me, I guess, but they're still gonna have all these trees to block for them, and it really sucks. Okay, well, let's try and set off the Scorpion on them again. That at least worked kind of well last time. And then I guess we'll play defensive. Okay, did this person... Okay, this person's death in 7 hours. Okay, we'll play defensive around that. That is better than last time, I guess. Let's give everyone a defensive fortification location. Fortification location. It sounds funny. Okay, Eddie needs to be as close as possible, so we'll actually put him here. Or better yet... Okay, now we just wait for them to come for us. There we go. They all have good range. Okay, you can't reach. Can you reach? You can't reach. Can you reach? You can't reach. Okay, all of them need to come closer now. Looks like revolvers have the same range as recurve bows, I guess. Okay, maybe we take steps up. Yeah, you not having a recurve bow is kind of fucking me here. This is why range is way better. Eddie got headshot. Is it another brain injury? No, thank fuck. Come on. Is that an... Okay, not a brain injury at least. Leg shot off. Fucking wonderful. Come on, take them down. Take them down so they flee. Oh, they don't flee. Okay, yep. I thought knocking one more down would make them flee. We literally needed down all but one of them in order for this raid to end. And they have guns and we have fucking... Ugh, this sucks. This really sucks. Eddie, I really wish that I didn't give you this gun. I'm swapping you back to the bow after this because your gun sucks. I'm sorry. It sucks. It's so little range. Come on. Come on. There, they're fleeing now. Did we get any permanent injuries? Yeah. Now Beetle lost a right thumb. We're just slowly losing more and more body parts, and there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, and Beetle just went down. Okay. 6 hours, 9 hours, 8 hours. Stop the bleeding. Or at least make it less bad. Eight hours. We need to treat that a little better. How good are you? 11 hours. Okay. Oh, solar flare. Who gives a shit? Ant, I know you want to rest. I need you to haul. Eddie's fine because he's got 24 hours before he bleeds out. We can rest in time. Just go ahead and use herbal meds on literally everybody. Come on, hurry up. There's so many wounds. Who's the medical emergency? Beetle? Yeah, we're treating her. Where is Eddie? Over here. He got an infection in his lung too. Wow, whoop-de-fucking-do. Gotta love Randy's, belief in what is and isn't a fair fucking raid to send at this point in the game. Okay. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to save it there. We're missing a lot of body parts. Ant is the only one who isn't injured. Clean up all the trash that you just made now. Okay, Eddie is not going to survive this fucking infection. And I'll be honest, with all the shit that's happened to me, I'm just going to get rid of it. I don't want to deal with this. I have lost so many body parts because of things I literally can't avoid that I'm just going to say, you know what, that's one thing I'm not going to allow. I'm not going to allow Eddie to die from a stupid infection that was completely unavoidable because we're going to send a insane-sized raid at you and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, what the hell? Okay, we want this recurve bow back. When Eddie can walk, we're giving him back his old recurve bow as well. It's right there. Because fuck. Speaking of the devil. This is why having recurve bows is good. Also, why is he butchering first? Whatever. You want me to fight even more shit in exchange for a legendary warbow? I mean, what's a legendary warbow do? Arrows fired from the warbow curve over walls and can be fired without requiring line of sight. Okay, that's actually really nice. And it is legendary quality, but I would have to deal with 3 groups of people that are each, like, way too fucking strong for me. Why am I being given raids of this caliber already, by the way? I just want to make a point out of how I am a fucking tribal civilization. Just in case you forgot, Randy, I am tribal. Cricket missing her body parts. Beetle missing her body parts. Cricket and Beetle are just slowly falling apart. And the best part is, those are my 2 colonists who are specifically built for combat. Beetle is the ultimate gunner and Cricket is the ultimate melee. So of course, they are the ones losing body parts. Makes them less good in combat. Because, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? There needs to be a way to deal with missing limbs that isn't just, like, or not limbs, missing fingers or toes that isn't just replace the whole hand. I wouldn't mind if I could replace individual fingers, but I can't. It's been 1 year, that's it. Feralisk Clutch Mother. Okay, so Randy hates me, is what I've learned. But we're just leaving the door shut and we're not going out there. Kill it ASAP? I would, but all of my colony is severely injured, so I really can't. That's the great thing. I'm fucking stuck just letting it be because if I send people, we're gonna lose. Okay, bulk goods trader. That means I can do this. Literally just because there's a trader here, I can do this. Hang on, back up a bit. It's the only reason I was able to deal with the Feralisk. Someone did get downed and will die in 4 hours. This person died. And I'll be honest, I don't give a shit. B, you're my best trader. Hey, they gave me free jerky by dying. Yummy. Okay, we need to sell some shit. I don't need bird skin, light leather, dog leather, pig skin. I want the plain leather. I don't need camel hide or wolf skin. Heavy fur. Chitin, rhinoceros, human. I'll keep the thrumbo for later. But I get sort of a lot of my useless shit. We don't need quite so much cloth, so I'll sell... Oh, I meant to do 950 of it. And let's buy up some shit as well, because if we just sell, we'll, you know, they won't have enough money. Do they have anything even worth it? Not really. Let's sell these drugs, and we won't sell off the cloth, because that's kind of the main thing that's making it inefficient money-wise. Okay. And let's also, while we're at it, get rid of my garbage clothing I don't care about. No. They're not tending to this guy? Oh well. Here, wait, you think Ant can save him? Sick. That's actually really useful, because now I can just go ahead and, rescue that guy, which means we can get, some good relations with their colony. Or faction, not colony. That'll be quite nice. Just a little bit of extra relations to make up for the fact that I'm pretty sure they get upset at me that I got one of them killed, but it's fine. Who cares? It's just a little bit of death. Who even was this? Central Republic. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Ares has gotten sick from an infection. I don't think we have any meds to deal with that. Well, Ares, it's up to you to beat the infection through sheer force of will. No medicine at all, just sheer force of will. He's actually beating it currently. He is beating the allegations. I'm actually going to swap him to being in here so that he's able to be treated a bit better. I like how Cricket instantly took the bed. Or not even bed, sleeping spot. Like, oh, the hallway. So much more comfortable than my bed. I swear the AI is just a special kind of moronic. Soon we'll have the smoke leaf done. Okay, while that's true, they want to sleep in goo. You can't really blame me for their wants. I can. They are the ones who chose to make goo beds. I shouldn't have smoothed the wall there. That was my bad. Now we're just mining through smooth wall. Hey, he can walk. How's the infection coming along? Ooh. He's gonna live, but damn if it won't be close. Let's clean up the hallway he's in. So that the tending is a bit better. He will make it. Without any medicine, all we did was go like, good, heal better. Just slapping the wound until they hopefully get better. Yeah, no medicine, just straight up hand, just squeeze the infection out of him. Okay, everyone's fully healed now, fucking finally. I mean, we still have the missing body parts conundrum, which we'll literally never be able to fix until we get way further down the line. And by then, I'll be honest, we'll probably end up having to replace hands. Or feet. In their entirety, because missing toes, I'm pretty sure it's once you miss a certain amount of toes, it becomes more worthwhile to just give in and use the wooden hand or wooden foot. I don't think they need to lose all their toes before it's useful, but at a certain point it becomes more useful to have a wooden foot that has all its toes than to have a mostly missing toes foot. And same goes for hands. Also, we have way too much cotton, or cloth, whatever. What could I make with it? I guess I could make armchairs. There's a use for all this cloth. Okay, we got basic hive tech. Now let's learn standard hive tech. I have no idea how the hive tech will work, but why not? Anyway, all these armchairs will probably increase colony wealth a good bit. But I don't really care. Also, each one of these needs 110. I only have 740. I should stop doing these. I didn't realize quite how expensive the armchairs were, or I would not have set up that many to be crafted. Or constructed, whatever. We'll just, tell you what, we'll just do those 4, and then we'll build more on a need-to-build basis. Although, oh, that's because it was already counting. We already moved the materials. Okay, then we will make those 3 more, but we'll leave it at that. Because I do want to keep a good amount of the cloth still, or I wouldn't have grown it. Quick Sleeper, psychically dull because of being a Edekin. Kind of garbage, I'll be honest. I'm not taking you. You can bleed out, I don't care. I'm not even gonna bother taking you for food because we literally have so much food that it will never matter. Okay. Oh, visitors, don't care. Can you finish these because they look ugly just being like that? It's a -8. Thank you. I don't care. Okay, here, let's choose what these, I think when they're researching, they'd probably want a nice modern armchair to sit in. Modern armchair seems like it would make sense for researching in. But yeah, this should get their comfort. Oh, yeah. They're going to have extreme comfort bonus, but it instantly goes to quite comfortable the moment they're not in the chair anymore, admittedly. No, I think we have enough food, so we don't need that corpse. And now that they're getting married, Cricket and Ant can sleep together. Which means this can become a medical room, I guess. It's modern by insect cultist standards. Excuse me. Which of the other graphics do you think would make more sense for insect cultists? Classy or standard? Personally, I think modern makes the most sense. I don't think that my characters are especially classic, nor do I think they're especially classy. They're more modern than they are the other two. You just got married. I have you set to avoid pregnancy and on your very first fucking night together. I don't want to deal with children right now. In the future in the colony, I do plan on having kids. But right now, no. Mega insect shit. Okay, we've got some armchairs made. We've got still 1,000 more cloth, so that gives us materials to make stuff out of. Namely, let's make... We're gonna build these, but we're gonna actually uninstall them the moment we're done building them. I just wanna... Wait, what is Faro? Cerebral play, nah. I just wanna have these pre-made so that we can have the cotton not taking up as much room in storage. See, we just got 19 relations because of the person we treated there. There's nowhere that can store buildings, I'm realizing. Ah, no. You know what? We'll just... It's fine. I was building a rec room next anyway. We'll worry about it later. 4 songs in the first 3 make sense in order, but the last one doesn't. What's the last one? What makes it not make sense? A war merchant. That is honestly pretty big. I need better equipment. Like, ASAP. Ah, man, I really wish my colonists weren't missing organs. Or not organs, limbs, fingers, whatever. I wish they weren't missing shit. It is so annoying. Okay. We don't need any of these melee weapons. They're all garbage melee weapons. We don't need this short bow. We don't need a poor recurve bow or the normal recurve bow. We don't need the pilla. Don't need this. I got the wine just to sell it, so sell the wine. The hell is a crescendo anole? Okay. I'm good. I don't really need combat creature. Okay, I'll be honest, none of the shit these people brought me are even slightly good weapons, by the way, except for the one great bow, but it's normal quality, and I don't really want a normal quality great bow. So, I'll just buy their herbal meds. Butcher Vanity, and the first song is Perfect Pair. Okay. How are they the perfect pair? Like, what go? I've never heard of Butcher Vanity, so I'm just... Look, I don't listen to music, so let that be known. But I have no idea what would make that go poorly or go well with another song. Okay, let's go ahead and expand the home area. Let's go ahead and not expand the home area because the fucking pop-up blocked me for a second. Oh, it is the name of a song. Okay. Okay, you know what? We'll stick to basic and standard for now. I don't want to have to do a fucking modern thing. Do we want to research beacons? I think that last experience makes me want to research beacons. Beacons are very, very good to deal with Randy's bullshit. Oh. I mean, maybe if you love someone enough that you cannibalize them. You never done that? You never been there? Oh, they gave me $267 as a thank you for hosting them. How nice. Okay, more rooms, please. New area has been revealed. Yeah, I did set up to mine over here just because there was what looked like it might have been a cave, but nope. Okay, let's install some tables. Let's not do quite there. We'll do it here. There we go. I mean, honestly, if they're good songs, who cares if they go well together? Or, well, if they make sense together. I shouldn't say go well together, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's smooth the walls out, as has become tradition. And now we do have more cotton we need to get used up. There we go. That'll blow through a couple hundred. We got the billiards table and we got the poker table set up. That looks a bit too modern of a poker table, I'm gonna be honest. There we go. Let's do base Rimworld visuals for now, and then when we technologically evolve, we'll turn them into modern things like an air hockey table. That is a thing you can do with the mod that lets you change the textures. They have an air hockey table replacement for the billiards table. It's just a visual change. It's still the same exact thing, but like I love the look of it when you just have a fucking air hockey table in your colony. Curb your gambling addiction? No, carve it into the wall. You gotta get so addicted to gambling that you start etching into the wall every time you win. You know, one win. $2,000 gained. Anyway, now we have a rec room. Slightly impressive. It'd be nicer if we could get more than slight. My Way from 2008? Honestly, fair enough. A raid, and I was just about to furnish this room. Well, let me real quick add some plant pots for visuals before I look at what's raiding me. Okay, they are preparing for a while. They're imps, so I get to deal with fire. Fucking 6 of them. I mean, at least they're tribal because they're imps, but fuck, man. Recurve bow, short bow, steel spear, granite throwing shards. And bronze throwing shards. Okay, this will be the last raid, hopefully, today. Oh, hey, the smoke leaf's finishing. Okay, do we think we can take on the fucking massive amounts of enemies? Exactly, Eddie. That's what the song is really about. Okay, how do we take these people on? Realistically, they have only 2 melee pawns and 4 ranged pawns. I have 2 Or I have 1 melee pawn and 4 ranged pawns, so they have the advantage in that regard. Okay, let's put my pawns in defensive formation. And honestly, just wait for them. Is there anything we could get to attack them? Not really. I guess we could try and hit the goose, but I really feel like that goose is not going to do any more damage than they would do to me just from me getting close, so. Good thing, O'Brien, I don't give a shit about. Okay, maybe I lure them over. Come on, you want to shoot at cricket, don't you? Come on over. Come on up. Get in range, you motherfuckers. Okay, well, it didn't work, but they're still coming. I hate imps. This is gonna go very poorly, just watch. Ant, put yourself out for fuck's sake. Behind cover. Come on, she can't reach from there. I think we have to extinguish cricket. Just go into the war zone and do it. And get her away from the fire. That's far enough away. That tree got smashed. Holy shit. How many times did we miss and hit the fucking tree? Okay, come on. Can we please get this motherfucker killed? Thank you. Extinguish these fires so that we can save the thrumbo horn. It's not gonna burn to destruction, but I need to pick it up. Get it picked up, whatever. There we go. Okay. Any loss of organs or body parts? Another toe! And yet again on a different fucking... Beetle has lost a toe on one foot, a toe on the other foot, a thumb on one hand, and is probably going to lose a fucking finger on the other hand now. I am this close to saying fuck you to the game and just saying no, we're taking those body parts back. Because it's so fucking annoying because there's nothing we can... there's nothing we can do. There's literally no counterplay to just instant damage that destroys the fucking body part. Ant got a disease. And before I could even react, she tended it without any medicine. This is really pissing me off. Really, really pissing me off. Okay. So, Eddie, what do you think? Do I replace the body parts on the people who are missing them? Because it's just getting to a point where it's literally impossible to keep up with, or no? Worth noting, she's wearing heavy fur boots that are covering her feet, and she still managed to lose fucking both her toes. One on each foot. How are they doing that much damage? You agree? Okay, then I'm fucking doing it, because I'm sick of this. I am genuinely sick of them all just losing body parts, and there's no way for me to avoid it. No one else lost any? Because it's getting on my nerves how, like, they're wearing armor. You can't even argue that it's from lack of armor. They are wearing decent armor. I mean, Beetle, she's the one who lost both her toes, right? There's a burn scar on her ear. I didn't notice that. I said I was healing all the permanent stuff. That's one of them. Beetle had heavy fur boots. These provide 28.5% armor, which is obviously not like as good as like flak, but I'm tribal. The fact that I'm tribal and I have a 28.5% protection from sharp on my toes, and she still got not one, but 2 toes to be injured, and on different feet, so I can't even replace them, because for some reason the base game of Rimworld doesn't let you add wooden toes, but lets you do wooden feet. But if you replace the whole foot with a wooden foot, it's not worth it unless they're missing like 3 or 4 of their toes. It's just, ugh, so annoying. Anyway. We're going to just use Hardweave from now on for everything. Except I don't think we can do it for boots. Yeah. I mean, at this point, do I just make fucking... Do I make boots out of Thrumbo fur? Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We're doing Thrumbo fur boots. Then they really don't have an excuse to lose their toes. I'm not taking an Impid. I don't care what his stats are. He could have a 20 and everything with a Burning Passion and everything. I'm not taking an Impid. So yeah, we'll have fucking Thrumbo fur boots. And we're making everything out of the damn hemp. So that way we can just get this shit dealt with. You know, it'll be good armor without being metal and therefore slowing us down. Because that's the only reason I didn't research metal, is that we wouldn't be slowed down by the metal armor, but holy shit. Armorsmith, you are exactly what I fucking needed. I need someone to sell all of the clothing that my pawns are currently wearing too, except for the Hardweave, since we're swapping to Hardweave. And they won't buy any of my shit. At least I could get some steel plate armor. It would cost almost all of my money. The only problem is they have to like basically be permanently wearing it, because if they aren't wearing it, it takes so long to put on plate armor. And if I have them always wearing it, that's like really, really gonna go away quickly. You know what? Let's wait until we can craft it ourselves. Because until then, it's just a waste of money. We can make our own plate armor way cheaper. And I mean way cheaper than that. Caravan animals. What do you have on you? Silver jerky. Wow, that was a really shitty caravan if all they had on them was like 14 bucks and some beef jerky. That's not even really a caravan at that point. Cricket, you can walk? Get your Thrumbo horn back. I got 420, ha ha ha. Missing wood. Didn't realize we were missing wood. Okay, let's harvest all the smoke leaf. We'll be able to make a whole lot of Hardweave. And I mean a whole lot of Hardweave. And then we'll be able to have better material for our clothing, because hemp is a decent material. It looked like it was genuinely decent. Plain leather might be better. I'll fully admit that it might be better. And me swapping from plain leather to this, it might be a downgrade in armor. However, it's an upgrade in the fact that it's a lot easier to get hard weave than it is to get leather. Plus, I think the idea of my entire faction wearing a bunch of hemp is kind of funny. I'm just a hemp colony. We don't even have high life. That would work really well with a high life colony. Maybe I should do a high life colony on the next Rimworld playthrough. I don't normally do that because I hate drugs in this game. I think that 90% of the time they are useless, and the only ones that are useful are the ones that can't cause an addiction. And I still, even then, only use them as temporary mood ups. I don't normally use them recreationally. But, like, I don't know. Maybe that would be fun. Okay, now we need to re-till the soil. Okay. Cricket, how long until you're healed? These fucking burns, man. Okay, Ant, I need you hauling. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna set Ant to haul number 1. So he can haul all this weed inside before it rots. Hang on a moment. We should be putting the smoke leaf in the freezer. Because it does go bad. Same with any, like, psychoid leaves we get. Wait, I thought I already... Not the joints. That's my bad. Yeah, we need to have ice-cold joints. My weed just isn't as good unless it's cold. Yeah, that was definitely something I meant to do, I'm sure. Oh, well. So what's this impid like, anyway? 45 years old, tough and incapable of caring. Don't get me wrong, this would be a relatively good... No, cancer in his lung. I was going to say it'd be a relatively good impid, but impids have weak melee damage. They just suck. Paid Volcanic Winter. A masterwork recurve bow for 15 days of no plants. Tell you what, once we already finished harvesting. Let's go for it. Okay, Beetle, take that bow. Beetle is my best gunner, so I wanted to make sure she had it. Platypus. I mean, come on. I had to. You can't give me a free platypus and then be surprised when I name it Perry. Anyway, once we finish sowing all this field, I will probably end stream there. Okay. The field has been plowed. The work on the smoke leaf has begun. Who is our tailor, anyway? Beetle. Oh, she was busy doing that. That's why. Actually, okay, you know what? We'll give it a couple more seconds. Let her harvest up some trees, because we are low on wood, and I want to see her start making the smoke leaf shit. Hard weave, I mean. So, yeah. Relatively quick. Why don't we go ahead and have that be a drop on floor? And then she went to bed. Okay, well, you know what? We made the first bit of it. That's a good place to end it, I would say. Okay, so since yesterday's stream, we have gotten a much nicer base. I mean, it was already relatively nice yesterday at the end of stream, but it really was small. Now we have a lot more. I mean a lot. We, like, doubled it in size, basically. We have some insect nests. We have fields of, you know, weed and corn. We have a little bit stronger of a defense, although all I did was add a door. We definitely need to add an actual kill box, because if today was any sign, Randy does not feel like being a good person this playthrough. Matter of fact, it seems like Randy wants me to fucking die as soon as possible. So we'll have to work on that, but we're working on nice clothing. One thing I do want to check, because I just remembered I wanted to check this. A duster that is made out of... where is it? Hard weave is 12.6% and 3.6. So 12.6 and 3.6 versus plain leather, which is what I have them wearing currently. Where the hell is plain leather? There. 24. Oh, wow. Okay, no. If you can make it out of plain leather, make it out of plain leather. I didn't know it was that big of a difference. Okay, anything that can be made out of plain leather should be made out of plain leather, then. That is my bad for not realizing quite how fucking awful that was. Okay, see, this is why we check things, though. Now we know we need more plain leather. Because, yeah, wow, yikes. Anyway, we'll end things there. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.